Hi YouTube, today I'm going to open the Colt M1911 A1. Here it is. Here's the front of the box. And here's the back of the box. Since this is the 100th anniversary version, obviously it was made in 1911 and this gun came out in 2011 and this is 2016, but we're still gonna do the review because it's the 100th anniversary version. So this gun comes with everything you need to shoot it except for CO2. It even comes with BBs. So before you shoot this gun, the only thing you're gonna need to get is CO2 canisters. So mine is made by Crossman. Now let's open it. When you open it, the first thing you're gonna get is the instruction manual. And this tells you how to put CO2 in the magazine and how to load the magazine. And it shows you some safety rules. It also shows you how to load the gun and how to work the safety switch. Then in the box there will also be the actual gun with the magazine inside of it. So there'll also be a box with a sample bag full of 6mm 20-gram BBs. And then there will be the Allen wrench, and this is for putting the CO2 in the magazine. I will show you how to use it later. So first, let's look inside this box. Okay, so here are all the BBs inside of it. And now let's talk about the gun. Okay, first of all, to take the magazine out of the gun, you push the button on the side, pull the magazine out, and to put it in, obviously you just put it in like that. The safety switch is right here. So the thing with the safety switch is whenever the hammer is up, you will not be able to move it. So if it's up, do not try moving it and you will break it. To use the safety switch, you have to have the hammer down, and up as you can't pull the trigger, down as you can pull the trigger. It's off safety. So always have it on safety. But now while we're using it, first is how to work this side. There. While the magazine is outside of the gun, then the slide will not lock back. It'll just fly back forward. The slide back, you must have the magazine in the gun, pull it back. Then whenever you push down the slide release to make the slide go forward, do not just push it down. That will chip this and make this not work and not be able to hold the slide back. You pull it back, push it down, and then let go. Because you see, this is trying to go forward. There's a spring inside of it. It's trying to go forward no matter what. But the slide lock or slide release is trying to keep it back. And the whole gun is black with a brown handle. And it has a beaver tail style grip, which is really nice. I think that's comfortable. It has these little lines here. The reason they have that is so it's easier to pull it back. It has regular 1911 iron sights. So there's also some writing on the side of the gun that tells about the brand Colt, who makes real guns. On right here it says M1911 A1. This is actually on the real gun where the bullet shell would pop out, if you're wondering why it's like that. And if you're like shooting it in an airsoft tour, or if you're just shooting it and you want to see how many BBs you have left, or see if you have at least one BB left, you pull this back and you can look through there to see if you have one BB left. And usually you would look for a white dot because most BBs are just white dots. And how real guns work, real pistols, if you want to know like a short version of it, is you pull the trigger, the hammer goes forward, that pushes the primer and makes the primer go off. The primer makes the slide pop back, which re-primes the hammer. You see that thing, that primer and the bullet makes the slide pop back, reloads the hammer. Then the bullet pushes forward. The bullet shell pops out of this part, because whenever it goes back, you see the bullet shell pops out from here, because this is where the bullet would be with the magazine. Automatically, the bullet shell just pops out. Then the slide goes back forward, and you just push it and that whole thing goes over again. until you run out of ammo. Because whenever you run out of ammo, the reason the slide locks back is because there's no bullets inside the chamber for the slide to go forward again. That's mainly how it works. So now I can show you how to put CO2 in the magazine. And this is the reason it comes with this. You just take this Allen wrench and stick it in the bottom right here and unscrew this right here. Then you take the CO2 canister, pop it in there, let it stay. And you re-screw it like this. So whenever you're screwing it, you want to make sure that you hear a little noise that goes like shh. To hear the CO2 coming out, that means the little door is opened. So then you want to, when you hear that, you automatically want to tighten it more until you hear the CO2 stop leaking. So there. So now, it's bad to dry fire your gun. You should never do this, but just to test if it's working, you should pull the trigger one time to see if it works. Okay, if you see the slide go back and lock back like that, then it's definitely working. So now, since I take the magazine out and the CO2's in the magazine, and the magazine is out, I can just shoot it as much as I want, and nothing will happen because the gas is stored in the magazine. That's the good thing. Next, to load BBs, all you do, so you pull this little lever down to the bottom, and once that is pulled down to the bottom, just open your bag full of BBs, and you should only use 6mm BBs for this gun. Well, almost all airsoft guns only take 6mm BBs. It's gonna be pretty easy to find those. You can even buy 6mm BBs at Walmart if you want. Like, it's easy to find those kind of BBs. And then you're just gonna start loading in BBs into the magazine until it's filled up. I have 2 in right now. 3, 4. So it holds 17 BBs. I'm only gonna load 16 because I don't wanna overload it. It can hold 17, but it's best to only load 16. So then, all you need to do is put the magazine in the gun and start shooting. Let's go and shoot it. Okay, so I have set up a target, and now I'm ready to shoot. By the way, this is the base where we shot the Nerf War video, so make sure to subscribe if you want to see that video. Okay, looks like I hit the 7. I'm gonna aim for the head. So I popped a hole right through the X. So that's the end of the video. Bye YouTube, thanks for watching and please subscribe. Peace out.